Hi and welcome to Coding with Jesse. I'm Jesse Skinner, and today I plan to put an add post page into my admin. But first, I had a comment from Ben that suggested I use NodeMon to run my web server. That way it automatically restarts when I make changes to my web server. I don't have to kill the server and start it again. So I'm going to check out NodeMon first. Looks simple to install. npm install -g NodeMon, and then you just use it instead of Node. So let's try it out. npm install globally NodeMon. And while that's running, this is my add page. I just have the words add page on it. I set up with React router already to get that page to open. So in here I'm going to use Bootstrap and set up a form. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. So let's have a look at my model for posts, because that'll help me figure out what columns, which columns I have in my database table, and those will correspond to which form fields. So I'll need a title, a body, and a slug. That's pretty much it. Might need more stuff later, and I might have to alter the table as I think of stuff, but I'm going to make a field set for each of them. And then I'll have a label for each of them, and then I'll have an input for some of them, and then I will copy that a few times. Actually, so let's add the classes I need. So class name for the field set will be form group. Class name for the input will be form input, I think. Let's reference the Bootstrap forms documentation, and that'll tell me what the class names are. So yeah, so form group, I had that kind of right. Form control, not form input. So good thing I looked that up. And then so I'm going to have that for the title, I'll have that for the slug, and then I'll have text area, I guess, for the body. So let's give these each a name, title, and then my label will be for title. I'll just put title, title. Then my slug, remember slug is what will be in the URL. So I'll give that name slug, and then I'll put the word slug here. And then in my body, call that body, name body. And I'll close the text area, and let's switch back. This is still downloading. I'll let that go for a bit. So what else do I need? Well, I'm going to need to have a submit handler for this that calls an API, and I also need to create the API for this. So let's have a look over in our admin controller. So in the last video I set up an API endpoint for getting all the posts. Now I want to add another one for adding a post. And what I can do, I want that to be post, not get. And then I can post to posts. Makes sense. That's sort of a normal CRUD approach. So then instead of get all, I want to call, let's switch to see what I want to call. I want to call add, pass it the params. And I'm going to get back an insert ID, which I'll send back to the browser. So add, I'm going to pass in the params. I kind of forget what the request in Express, what the request params will look like. What I mean is, I think I saw it already in the search results, params. So it's just rec.params. So I should be able to just pass that right in. and then I'll get back an ID, and I'm going to send that ID. And if there's an error, I'll send the error. So I've done a lot of stuff. I'm still waiting on NodeMon to download. But while that's happening, I'm just going to switch a new tab and do it the old-fashioned way. Node app, and then I'll open that up in the browser here. So if I go to /admin what was it? Actually, why isn't it working? It should be something there. Oh, I remember. I need to start the Webpack hot reloader. So did I add a script for that? Yeah. It's called dev. So if I do npm run dev, that'll get that started. And I should be able to refresh, and it should do something. It's loading. Okay, so if I click add new post, there it is. So that's what I just set up here. Title, slug, body. The text area doesn't look that great, so what does it say about that? If I search text area, I don't know, it looks like I did it right. I mean, they don't say anything extra about text areas, do they? Text area, text area. I might want to put the number of rows, but otherwise it seems like I did it right. Oh no, I have form input here. That's the problem. That's the problem. So if I refresh, it is now there. And I do probably want to make it a lot bigger. So I can say rows equals, I don't know, 50. Is that too many? Yeah, that's pretty big. Let's do 10. It's more manageable. Okay, so that's, I guess I need a input, a submit button. So is that the the Bootstrap way to do it? I'm doing too many things at once here, aren't I? So let's try it. Search for submit. I want to use this kind of a button, so let's do that. I'll just copy paste that, but not confirm identity is in their example. I'll do add post. And I need to change class to class name to fit with React. And if I refresh, add post, I have this backlink that I will move to the top. And I'm going to add an H1 to it that says add post. So I know where I am, kind of like that. And that's not too bad. So the next thing I need to do is wire this all up so that when I click add post, it takes the content out of these and sends it to my API endpoint, which I will do in the next video. But first, let's see what NodeMon is like. So I'm going to kill node app, run NodeMon app. It should be the same thing. So it says it's watching everything. So what I want to see is that I can make a change to my web server and have it refresh. So what change am I going to make? I'll add a comment or something. Add post. Save that. It's restarting. So that seems to work. That's great. That'll come in handy in future videos. I won't have to kill the server started again. Okay, so everything's sort of in place, and next steps will just be wiring them in together using some Ajax and sending my post data via post to create a post on my blog. All right, well, thanks for watching.